Everybody, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Hello. Hello, everyone. Hello, Waco Kid, Happy, Penny, Jackie, Debs, Luna's mum, Silver Soul, Jackie, Gail, Seri, Sue. Did I say Sue? Hello, Sue. Susie Q. How you all doing? You can hear me. Oh, that's good to know. Hello, Paula, darling, Patricia, Stephanie, Lottie. Come on in, have a seat. Judy, Sharon, Jillian, Sharon, two Sharons. Hello, Sharons. Hello, multiple Sharons. Hello, Linda, Maxine. How is everyone doing? Is everybody okay? Is everybody all right? Hello, Vicky. Are we all managing? Are we all coping? It's crazy out there at the minute. Hi, yes, Casey. Hello, Jane, Yorkshire girl. How you doing? Is it Mercury retrograde or is it just the vibes I'm picking up? Mercury goes into retrograde tomorrow, which is Meg's birthday. Hello, Sangita love. How you doing? Tammy, Waco Kid. Come on in, everyone. Yeah, it's the pre-shadow. It goes fully retrograde tomorrow. Hello, Jane and Monica. Come on in. Hot, but okay. It has been warm, hasn't it? It has been a little bit warm. Just sitting back and watching all the nutty stuff kick off. I know. And Mad UK at the moment, it is, isn't it? It is. Apparently, Keir Starmer's going on holiday next week. Excellent timing. Hello, Blue Moon. How you doing? Feeling better? Yeah. I had a right bad head. It does feel like the UK is sitting on a powder keg, doesn't it? Hiya, Sharon. It's a little bit wild. It's a little or a lot bit wild. So there was protests that turned violent in England last night, and then there was Hartlepool, which is that was the other night as well, and it's kicking off everywhere basically, up and down England. Hello, Lady Margaret. How you doing? They are expecting. Yeah, it's the weather. I think it's the weather. It's the stars. It's everything. Mercury retrograde is a time of reflection. So, yeah. And of course, we've had all of that. There's been a lot leading up to this. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to mince my words. There's been protests after months and months and months and months and months where people have waved Hamas flags and chanted anti-Semitic slogans, and people have just kind of watched. And I think there's this kind of what the sad tragedy that happened in Southport on Monday is basically the straw that broke the camel's back. There was, of course, what happened in Leeds, and the police didn't do anything. And the stuff that's happened today that I've seen online, that you just think, wow, if it was a load of natives, shall we say, or if they had a Union Jack on them, they wouldn't be allowed to do that. Hello, Denise. Hello. So there's a lot of stuff going on. There's a lot of stuff going on at the minute. It's a little bit wild. Hopefully it'll get better. Yeah, it's Lionsgate as well. Good point, Moya. I was like, where's Moya and Raven? Where's Raven, Moya? It's been out in the back of a police van somewhere. Oh dear. Where is Raven? Everyone wants to know where Raven is. Listen, we are going to do Raven's in the garden weeding. Okay. I don't know, Debs. He's not even in the country. So how can it be his fault? You know what I mean? How do you get that? I don't get that. Hello, Karen. Hello, Tracy. Come on in. Raven is pecking the worms up. That's true. She is a bird after all. Susan, hello, welcome. So listen, ignoring all of this drama that is unfolding as cities burn and fight in the UK, we're going to be reading on the Harkles because this is what we do. We can send out love and stuff. MSN, yeah, the mainstream media, I don't trust them completely. Hello, Spirit Animal. How you doing, darling? Mickey Tinker, you're a bit late. It's all right. I think I was 2 minutes late as well. It's crazy days. Yeah, we do it. So they are a light relief. Now there's so much going on. There's puff pieces. There's Balmoral. There is of course the upcoming trip to Colombia. Well, we're going to start with that if you want to. Hi, Rhiannon. Come on in. Welcome. Hello, Judy. Cindy, how you doing? Aroha is here. That wig sent me. That wig. I was like, that's a hair topper. All of a sudden, she's got a fuller head of hair. Now she's either using some industrial grade products to develop that hair that quickly, or it's natural responses. It's a topper. It's a hair topper. You can just clip them in. Yeah, Jane, I got called. Apparently I am too now as well. That wig is ready to lift off. It is. If it gets gusty, Jess, over in Monty Shit Show, then it certainly will blow off. Hello, ML darling. How are you doing? Oh, she was raging, wasn't she? I saw that, Paula. That face. Lady C told her to put a wig on straight. Lady C is completely right. Did Lady C say Harry was a narcissist the other day? It's been reported. I have it in the comments. I haven't been watching Lady C. I've been otherwise engaged the last few days with other stuff. Hello, Cherie. That hairstyle was creepy, wasn't it? Well, apparently Lady C calls. Oh, it's okay. Harry needs a topper. Oh, Sage, yeah, definitely. We used to have a police force. Now it's two tier. Kia is trending on Twitter. He's not going to last a year. I'm telling you. I said that before. I said that after the election. I was like, he's not going to last a year, and everything hadn't happened yet, so he's not going to last a year. You've been sleeping for 15 hours. That's a good sleep. Just finished work time. A name. Hello, a name. So, what do you want me to look at first? Do you want me to look at Colombia, or do you want me to look at do you want me to look at Colombia, or do you want me to look at the interview? Where do you want me to go with this? According to another YouTuber that says hair's been harvested from down below. It's a different. This is where my anatomy and physiology comes in. It's a different type of hair. It's a different type of hair. The hair that grows on your private regions, or it's a different type of hair, that ones that grows on your head. It does look like what he would do is he would get a load of hair removed from the back of his head where there are hair, and they would actually pull the follicles out and place them on the top of his head. I have looked into this extensively. Yeah, it's a different texture. So yeah. Yeah, so it's not his pubes. It's just, yeah, they're going for a divorce. 2020, end of 2024, 2025. So yeah. Now, if you can hear any heavy breathing in the background, that's... Hello, Raven. How are you doing? I was wondering if you'd been carted off in a paddy wagon. Oh, Cat Wrangler must have been, because I can't see Cat Wrangler. So I think they're yeah. Colombia and then the interview. Okay, let's do Colombia first. Or Colombia. I have bought a map. Thank you, Waite, for reminding me after I got off the last live. I have bought a map. It cost me £5 British from Amazon, and I've left it in the other room. You can get a hair transplant. You can use other people's hair as well, but it's like it has to be like a certain bit for different parts of your body, I believe. Would you speak Española? Española, sí. We get him a little hat. You like Timu? I like Timu too. Yeah, I want them to stay together as long as possible and make themselves as miserable as possible. But part of me wants to see the divorce. Because, oh, I mean, look how toxic they've been to the royal family. Can you imagine what they're going to do to each other? It would be gorgeous, wouldn't it? So yeah, if you hear any kind of weird heavy breathing in the background, Mr. Northy's gone to bed. It's 8:30. He's gone to bed because he's had a whiskey. He's getting old, you know. Oh, it's Cat Wrangler here. Oh, Cat Wrangler. She may say Argentinian is different than Colombian Spanish. Right, let's start off with Colombia. Colombia. Right, I've mixed Meg's cards up. Let's have a look at this absolute wondrous thing. Why are they going to Colombia? What's the vibes about Colombia? Oh, Paula, if the divorce happens sooner rather than later, she's going to finger point at everyone. The gloves will be off. Don't think she would stop at the divorce with Harry. She would then accuse all kinds of stuff. Harry would get the blame for all of the ish with the royal family, and she would try and ingratiate. This is how I think it's going to go. She'll want to try and ingratiate herself with the royal family by like blaming Harry for everything and saying Harry was paranoid. And then when that doesn't work, she will say he is paranoid and his family are cruel and cold, basically. And he's just going to be blaming everyone but himself. I mean, I wish it was a divorce. I feel like if she doesn't get IPP, if he doesn't get the IPP case with the Ravek stuff, she'll divorce him. My gut instinct is she's only hanging around to get IPP because if she gets IPP, she will get protection. If they divorce after the fact, then she will, I believe it be, because she was his wife at the time, she will be granted it as well forever and ever and ever. I don't know if there's any hard and fast rules, but I'm getting, that's the vibe I'm getting. Starmer off duty this weekend. He's going on holiday next week. Unlucky, whatever country he's going to. She wants the inheritance too, yeah. I really think that's with the IPP. Wise Angel Starmer said that if there was a national crisis, he would be around. That's what he said. His words. I think this denotes a national crisis, you know. just a little bit of finger in the air, and you know. Let's have a look. Wise Megsy. Sarah Ferguson didn't get it. But by the time Fergie was married to Andrew, they were quite down the food chain anyway. So there is that, and then a divorce. So there is that. I'm just saying, if Megsy's got the kids, which I believe she will, or the invisible children, or pretend, or whatever, recollections may vary, I think she would still get it. Yeah, it's wild, isn't it, ML? Absolutely wild. Right, let's have a look at Colombia. Why is Megsy wanting to go to Colombia? How many code references is Lady C going to do for like from now until Christmas? There's going to be a lot. She's going to be going, Mickey, get Mumpy a Coke every 5 minutes. I'm here for that, though. I am completely here for that. Okay, let's see how Megsy's energy is with going to Colombia. What's all this about? Show us. The Empress in reverse. There's a plot here. They're planning something for Colombia. The Empress, when it's in the upright, it's very gracious, very motherly, the really beautiful maternal energy, creative and nurturing, and will help you, guide you. They're kind of very matriarchal, all of the positives. The divine feminine, as some YouTubers like to call it. With it being the Empress in reverse, though, boy, this is maladaptive, cruel, planning, scheming. You have to second guess them all the time. It was a serious case of narcissism rather than anything else. There's a plot here. What's crossing over? Ace of Pentacles is in reverse. Reward. Issues with finances, issue with money is the reason they're going to Colombia. Are they getting paid? No. Are they getting paid to go to Colombia? Because this is pressing her to do this. There's an issue with finances that's helped getting them to go to Colombia. Let's see what's above the situation. Oh yeah, there we go. There's the devil. What's underneath it? You've got the Ace of Cups underneath and the devil above. So you've got this kind of coercion and controlling the narrative. There's a massive manipulation with Colombia here. I don't say this lightly. I feel like Megsy isn't most of the time in her right mind. There's a disassociation here. With such contrasting cards, you've got the Empress in reverse, the Devil, and then you've got this love. You've got love, and it could potentially be because the love of self, the love of money. The Ace of Pentacles is crossing over, but she's not thinking in her right mind, like, because of the Empress is in reverse here. It's like there's going to be some big thing that she wants to happen in Colombia, and she's deciding to kind of really control the narrative, and there's disruption here as well. There's an element of money changing hands. Let's see what's leaving the situation. What led up to it? The World in reverse. There is issues regarding how she sees herself within the world. She's wanting to kind of restart anew. So Nigeria didn't land quite as well as she wanted. The Pat Tillman Award was a massive doozy. It made international headlines for all the wrong reasons. So this is them just saying, yeah, we're going to go here. They're giving me the vibes of the Duke and Duchess of Windsor after they left the royal family, and they ended up going, like, you know, they ended up getting shunted around the place to, they ended up going somewhere. It were lovely places, don't get me wrong. Bermuda, I think it was. I'm sure they were in Jamaica for a little bit, but like they were like out of the way. But this vibe with these, they are a little bit, they're only going where they're offered, is the energy I'm getting. They are only going when they're offered. Okay, before that, we're going to get Megzy doing the most, trying to me. There's going to be some me. Look at me. Before it lands. What's on her mind? The King of Pentacles. Six of Wands is in reverse. Oh, you don't say, do you? There's going to be some military stuff in Colombia. I don't know. Has Colombia got an army? There's going to be some military stuff in Colombia. I don't know a lot. Some countries don't really necessarily have armies, you know, they just have like guards, I guess. Bit like the Vatican. You've got those guys in those really snazzy purple and red outfits wandering around the place with the pantaloons, you know. She wants him to do something, reclaim something to do with pride, and there's an energy here around. What does she want? She wants to be challenged on this. Okay. And the Page of Wands is in reverse coming up. Okay, so this is a scheme from Megzy. The Devil above the situation shows that it's completely controlled. She's absolutely unhinged. I'm like, with the Love underneath, the Devil above, and the Empress in reverse. This lady is cuckoo for caca. She's not right in the head. Hello, Josie, darling. The Seven of Wands, they want to kind of go on the defense. They want to feel like they're being attacked. And the Page of Wands in reverse, there's going to be some frustration around the trip. Okay, Harry is usually oblivious to her schemes. So let's see what's the energies like for him. This is her, like, she has, it's weird. It's like she's having some kind of break. I feel like she's been like this since the middle of last year, to be honest. I see some frustrations. I don't see any travel in these cards just yet. I can see a plan. So there's going to be things come to pass before they go. I don't know when it is. There's some money involved here. There's money involved here. Meghan wants to go. This trip is all about Meghan. What's on her mind, what was on Meghan's mind is this Harry, and so she's pitching it to him about something with military. But Harry's cards show there's something with, there's the Six of Wands again in reverse. Exactly. She's pitching to him, you can do something with the military, with the guards, with people like that. You can link it into Ingrifftus. I see what you're doing. The Four of Cups, he's been a bit receptive to it. He is in two minds about it. This is completely like Megsy's baby, this. What's leaving the situation? He actually wanted to be a little bit patient to see how their reputation got better after Nigeria and the Pat Tillman Awards. And he was trying to do some learning stuff. The Four of Cups in reverse, he is receptive to what Megsy's saying. Megsy's saying, we've got to do this, we've got to do this, you've got to do this. It's like a threat, you know. The Knight of Cups in reverse and the Strength card, we are going to be getting some kind of Beziera soon. The Two of Wands is a doorway opening. And the Eight of Swords is getting out of a trap you've been stuck in and not knowing which way to go. So Megsy's selling it like this. We can get ourselves back together. We can get our energy back up if we do it this way. What they're hoping, they wanted the world of attention. And it's going to be messy. It's going to be messy leading up to it. I'm going to ask a different deck of cards because I think Meghan is planning something. A near catastrophic car chase, perchance. I'm going to ask as well what they think of the unrest in the United Kingdom. As well, because I've got a funny suspicion they're going to say something about it as well. Let me just see, have a look. Excuse me, I've got a fixed inhaler up my nose. I don't think you need to know that, but you can. Sorry, it's Bulbasaur. I'm a classy lady. The government's travel advice for Colombia is only essential travel. So like if you've got a relative over there who is dying, you're not going to pop across for a wedding, you know what I mean? It would only be essential, like it's life and death kind of thing. And I don't know a lot about the Central American or the South American countries. I know a little bit about Argentina, mainly because we won. That's about it, really. And that new president, I find him fascinating. There's something about him. Maybe it's something to do with his quiff. I don't know. There's something fascinating about him. What's Meghan planning for Colombia? Show me. Do, 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 do. Da, da, da. 4 of Cups, not receptive to something. I shall move my inhaler. 6 of Cups. Children. King of Pentacles. There is no way you're going to bring the kids out in Colombia. No, surely not. We feel safe and protected in Colombia, but we can't take our kids to Britain. Unreceptive to hearing something. King of Pentacles, make a big thing about Harry. There's a risk, a massive risk with this. Okay. There's the Page of Wands. And there's the Page of Swords. They are trying to do something creative here. But if they get found out and they get seen, it won't end well for them, obviously. The Fool, which is called the Psychonaut, is in reverse. And that means there is a big risk, and that risk is not going to pay off the way you intend it. The Page of Wands, there may be some creativity involved. She may be planning something, but the Page of Swords in reverse says something else happens. Not a massive thing, not a big thing. It's something along the lines of a catastrophic car chase. But there will be something that they're planning, like the catastrophic car chase. They're planning something, but something is going to happen that isn't planned, and it'll happen quickly. It won't be a big thing, but they're going to have some a bit of an unfortunate event that they didn't foresee in Colombia. Hello, CB. How are you doing, pet? Hello, Janine. Maybe the plant. Oh, we brought the kids, but they've been stolen by her. Oh, yeah. I think she's planning something. They're going to make a fuss about how secure they felt in Colombia. They're going to be seen near dangerous places. They're also going to be seen with security. There's going to be a big push around Harry with his military. She's plotting and planning and trying to do something with Colombia. There's something about the kids in Colombia. But things are not going to land well for her. There's going to be a story that comes out of Colombia that she is not going to like with the Page of Swords is in reverse. She will say, it's not catty, it's cruel, or whatever it is, she says. The thing is, if they came to the UK and walked down the street, everyone would just be like getting their phones out and taking photos. They might get some comments, and like they might get heckled a bit, to be honest. But I can't see anything. Here we have the Three of Coins, the Three of Pentacles in reverse, and the Page of Wands in reverse, which is interesting because the Page of Wands come out again. That Page of Wands could be her frustrated because her plans don't work. The Knight of Cups in reverse, that's fake AF influencer. And we've got the Strength card coming up from Megzy. So I feel like we're going to be getting something with Megzy soon. Like we're gonna get scam jam. We'll make you grow extra hair. We're gonna get the works. You know what I mean? She's gonna be about after this interview. August is going to be a busy time for the Harkles. One of the reasons why it's going to be a busy time is because their nemesis, that is the royal family, are on holiday. It's the school holiday, it's the kids' holiday, it's the traditional Scottish weeks until early September for the royal family and the king. Like, he's in Scotland. Hopefully he'll stay out the way, because I think everything's kicking off everywhere but Scotland at the minute. Apparently it's November, yeah. It's November, Colombia, but they're going to be busy. What I mean, well, they're going to be busy. There's going to be a lot of the Harkles through August. We've got the interview tomorrow. There'll be something else, something else, something else. It's felt this week like it's been puff piece Armageddon, more or less. It's just been non-stop with the puff pieces, you know. It's been a lot all week. It's been busier than normal. Half of them I haven't even posted, because I was just like, this is a bit much, you know. Getting a bit busy there. Well, she does have the Empress in reverse, Jane. And the Empress in reverse means she's plotting something. She's got a big scheme of something. They certainly want to do something that is going to show everything off. To be honest with you, the Six of Wands being in reverse, that can well indicate that they're going to try and do like some kind of attention grab, a bit of a glory grab, if you will, and try and finesse their way into Colombian society for security reasons, obviously. So yeah. There was other things happening as well. Lady C said her thoughts to try and get into politics. Interesting thoughts. Lady C said her thoughts on it is trying to get into politics. Yeah. All of this is like a build up to Megxie getting into politics. It's been on the cards since, I think I first did a reading on it in 2019, and they've been ingratiating themselves with politicians for since 2018. Before, when Harry, let me roll back. There was a time when Michelle Obama visited the UK because she was doing a book tour, and Megxie went along to the book tour, and apparently like Michelle didn't like her because she met her backstage and sat with her and stuff, and yeah, that's when Michelle's radar pinged off grifter. And then of course you've got Harry being friends with the ex-veterans minister, and then you've got Harry just before they left for Megxit, just before Harry went and joined her on a freedom flight, he wanted to have an audience with Boris, and Jeremy Corbyn also met them. There was a letter in Parliament signed by people like Jess Phillips and Diane Abbott and all of those lot, Yvette Cooper, basically telling the press to stop picking on Megxie. She's just an innocent. So that came from Parliament. And then, of course, we've got Jeremy Corbyn had something to do with them at one point. And then they've went to America, and so far they've been tried to kind of ingratiate themselves with the Bidens. That hasn't been so successful, I don't think. but they've definitely ingratiated themselves with Gavin Newsom. So there's those things. And plus, they wanted to come back on the Air Force One. Yeah, can you imagine wanting to meet with Boris Johnson? I mean, don't get me wrong, Boris is all right. I'm sure he's fun in the pub, but like, I mean, Harry and Boris Johnson, it's like an encyclopedia talking to a colouring in book. It's just not, you know, all these long words. It's just not going to happen. You'll bamboozle him. Yes, CCB. I forgot about that. And Hillary went to see them at Frogmore as well. There is a lot. They have ingratiated themselves with a lot, and they never seem like, when you've got people like Sophie and Edward, who are a Duke and Duchess, you'd never see them like mix in with these like with politicians, really. And even though you've got the Duke of Edinburgh Awards, you never really see them that much. You never really saw the Queen, apart from her audiences with the Privy Council and whatever Prime Minister she was on at the time. It was just one of those things. And you never saw, it's the same with the King. You only see him with the Prime Ministers and turning up for the state openings of Parliament and stuff. It's not necessary. They don't tend to get involved because there's a history there. Hillary went because she thought they would remain relevant with the royals. Yeah. He's had 3 prime ministers. So he got excited again. I know your caps lock goes funny when you get excited. Chelsea Clinton would like to be a British ambassador, apparently. So there's that. There's a lot of unanswered questions about the Harkles that way. That's what I mean. There's a lot of why though? Why? No, for a Clinton ambassador, no. I think nepotism should rule it out. I think like ambassadors and stuff should go through the same. Like, a lot of them aren't necessarily people anyone really knows, but I think we should have elected ambassadors. How many times has megalomania been mentioned Colombia in the past ever? What percentage of Colombian do you think she's going to say she is? 7%? 15%? Or something like 30%? Do you think she's done Harry's DNA test and it's come back Colombian? He got it mixed up with his his narcotics test? At least 30. Yeah. 12%. You think? 19%. There's going to be something. Those definitely is. The linings of the nostrils is Colombian. Dory will be 30%. I'm a little jealous of the UK that you have the royal family exhibit grace, civility, and class. So yeah, we do. Can you read on that interview? Okay. Let me have a look at the interview. Remember, MM has an interest in American embassy in Argentina when she was in college. Internship. Wasn't that just like wasn't that not a thing though, her internship? You're up in Edinburgh, lovely. I love Edinburgh. Old Reeky. Have you been down the ghosts stuff? Yeah, okay, let's have a look. How did Meghan feel about Harry during the CBS interview? She looked like she was about to commit something. Yeah, I knew there was something with the whole Argentina thing. Oh, the ghost walks are amazing. Okay, let's have a look. Meghan's vibes towards Harry at the interview. Oh, she was defensive. She's defensive over Harry. She's angry about Harry. She feels like she needs to correct him. She wants to batter him back. She's doing a bit of an overreach. She doesn't like him. He's done something. He said something in that interview she doesn't like. Maybe they've been fighting before. We'll find out in a few cards. The Star in reverse. Now, the star relates to the star sign, the best star sign, in my opinion. Don't come for me, Scorpios. The best star sign, in my opinion, Aquarius. And the other side of Aquarians is they are cold, analytical, and when they're done with somebody, they just basically they blank them. They just ignore them. It's just a thing. It's an Aquarian thing. So she really doesn't like him, and she has to be around him. She's ambivalent to him. There's a coldness there with the star in reverse. You've got to think of the star as the star card as well. It's cold and it's distant. The star. Oh, what about it though? Who's she wanting attention of? King of Cups is there. Now, I don't think King of Cups is Thomas Markle Sr., even though he is a Cancerian. No, I think that is our William. Damn girl's got a crush on William. Five of Wands, what's underneath it? They have been fighting. She feels like she's married the wrong guy. She would have preferred William. And the Five of Wands is in reverse. There has been a lot of damage and difficulties around this interview and getting things together. She really doesn't like him. She's trying to be patient with him. Four of Swords is in reverse. Oh dear. The Eight of Pentacles. The King of Wands. The Ten of Pentacles. And the Queen of Wands is in reverse. Okay. Four of Swords is in reverse. That is very interesting. There has been a death. We know there is a death. So I wonder if Harry is going to come over for it. I'm sure there's somebody else has just died that is somehow related to them. I know that Lady Jane Fallow's husband's just passed, but there was somebody else who's just passed as well. I can't remember who. The Eight of Pentacles in reverse. It's not financially working for her. Things are not working for her at all. The King of Wands in the upright suggests that there is a fire sign man who was on her mind during the interview. The 10 of Pentacles there. She wants this rich, protective family around her. And the Queen of Wands in reverse, well, that's just something is not going to land well from this interview. The Four of Swords in reverse. Was there a thing about death around this interview? So look at Harry. Maybe she's hoping you'll. I'm going to pull some more cards for this as well, because that King of Wands, Aries, Sagittarius, Leo. I keep forgetting Leo. Oh, we need to do a Meghan birthday read as well, don't we? That's tomorrow. I don't see any Diana here. I don't see my Diana cards. There's no Queen of Cups. But there is a King of Cups, which means they could be trying to get at William somehow with this interview. Which is going to be quite rich. How did Harry feel about this interview? But this is Meghan's feelings towards Harry. Unless he wants to get at William. She wants to get at William. How dare you have a lovely, attractive wife and 3 beautiful kids that are totally real. How dare you, William? How dare you be better looking than my unfortunate ginger person. King of Wands. Ginger handbag. How's Harry feel about the interview? Oh, he's hopeful. He's hoping it's going to reset everything. Oh, God, he's a fool, isn't he? Fool starting off. There's the Four of Swords in reverse as well. What is this interview about death for? Why? What is going on? Why? Why is the death around this interview? This heartbreak. And the Seven of Swords underneath. So they have been fighting around this interview, and he's made some type of personal sacrifices with it, but he's going to play it. He's there because he's hurting. He's hurting. Very much hurting. Hurt. Meghan isn't necessarily hurting because she's got the Four of Swords coming up. So I think there's going to be something around death with this interview. He's got the Four of Swords going across. So he believes there's a death associated with this interview. The Knight of Swords is in reverse. Oh. No. It's always the Knight of Swords in reverse of the Queen of Cups, isn't it? I mean, nearly every reading. Nearly every reading. The Knight of Swords in reverse. For some reason, he's galvanized to think there's some type of protection. He wants to be the knight in shining armor. This could be, of course, linking into IPP status. Like they're going to try and weave that narrative into it. I don't know how they will do, because it's about child safety online. I mean, Two of Cups, what's known about the situation? Oh, he's going to be happy because they're going to be seen together. That's what he wants. He wants them to be seen together. The Five of Cups is loss and regrets. There's something around that interview. And the Page of Cups. No. They better not. They better behave themselves. They better not say anything about children's safety, and especially children of famous people all need to be extra safe. Just don't let them online if it's that dangerous. It's just like a motorway is dangerous. You wouldn't let a toddler just say, go and play with the cars. You love cars, go and play with them, would you? You know, I mean, I know it's a bit different than that, but it's the same kind of thing. This interview, what is to reframe control? And there's the Page of Swords. So he's going to use this to stir up some trouble. Why have we got the Page of Cups? He better be leaving the Wales family out of this. He better not say anything about the Wales family in this interview. If he does, I am going to go possibly just fire up a live. I'm not going to watch the interview. I'll just get the reports afterwards. But boy, he needs to watch it, because there is regret here and there's loss. He genuinely thought he could treat William and Catherine the way they've treated them for years, right? And just treat them like this. And he thought he could wander back in. And I feel like the king has. I mean, it's been in the press this week. Basically said, jog on. Stay in your lane. Get out of my lane. Auf Wiedersehen. Auf Wiedersehen. There's death. They better not be saying, oh, I received bullying online, and they better not be dragging that old chestnut up again, because they are. There's an untruth here as well with the Seven of Swords for Harry. And for Megxie, the Five of Wands underneath. They have been fighting, but potentially they're wanting to cause fights. Meghan wants protection from this. Harry wants control of this, control of the narrative. They need to wind it in. They won't wind it in, though. They will not wind it in. That could be potential. Say she was bullied online as well. That drove her to try and say she was suicidal and all of these other things. So yeah, we'll do a live tomorrow night as well. See what's going on after the interview. See how the royals react to it. The king is kinging up in Castle of May, I believe. He's got his kilt on. He's got his kilt on. I don't know if I can have a look. I mean, there'll be people everywhere. You know what I mean? There's always somebody wanting to tell a tall tale to somebody. So I don't know if somebody from CBS would. When will the Prince of Wales wear his kilt? I don't think he's going to. I think he's always going to be a suits man. I hope he does. Do you want me to read for Megsy like it's her birthday? Megsy's birthday reading. Meghan's birthday reading. Yeah, Meghan's going to say they're going to make her victim. Meghan, it's your birthday. You are 906. Congratulations. Happy birthday, Meghan. What do the cards want you to know for your 907th, 906th year around the sun? Let us have a look. We are using the Aleister Crowley deck because, you know, the sun in reverse. For a kickoff for your 43rd year, to say the official age, you were feeling, Megsy, you were feeling a little bit hopeful, but there's some caution here. You're a bit worried that you might have missed the height. Your timing might be out. Your shock and awe tactics might be out. Bear in mind, and I'm talking to you guys, not her now, right? Bearing in mind, right, the UK is just completely having riots tonight. She's not going to get the headlines that she wants from tomorrow's thing. Now, with the sun in reverse as well, Megsy, we know it is coming up to the 8th portal. In fact, we are in the 8th portal. It kind of intensifies around the 8th of August. That's the high point, if you will. But it is also an 8th year, and it's a Leo year and a strength card in the tarot year. So you're kind of, this is you at your best, Megsy. This is you at your best. This is as good as it's going to get. It ain't going to get any better. The 3 of Swords is crossing you over. So you do have some wound in there. You have got some hurt here. The hurt is potentially from people not liking you or vibing with you. What are you about? What's the main energy for you? And what bothers you the most? What is known? You don't like the way you are represented. You have the Queen of Wands in reverse. And the Queen of Wands is, you feel that you are being taken out of context. But everybody can see who you are and what you are. We have the 7 of Swords in reverse. There is no self-sacrifice. There is no understanding. You don't really, the only person you're fooling is yourself. Everyone else can read you like a book. Everybody else knows you've got these kind of little schemes, and like you don't even finish the scheme. You just go a little bit the way through, and then you stop and repivot to something else. It's like everyone can see you go. 2 of Cups is leaving the situation. We know you want to dump H. It's obvious. 3 of Cups is coming up. I'm not going to have that good a birthday, pet. The Lovers is in reverse. And the Empress is in reverse. The 8 of Swords. No, it's not. That is Justice in reverse. These decks are a little bit different. Okay. Meghan's 43rd year is actually 96th. Happy birthday, Tracy. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Tracy. Happy birthday to you. Yeah, these cards are bad. The Three of Cups is in reverse. It's not going to be good. There's going to be disharmony. There's going to be potential, I would say, this year for her coming up in the next few months. There's going to be potential where there are actual leaks from her circle. So, you know, all these kind of like people no one's ever heard of, and plus Bobbi Brown makeup. I know everyone knows the name Bobbi Brown makeup, but nobody really knows the CEO of Bobbi Brown. I mean, it's not on my radar, right? There are going to be potential leaks here. Something is going to come out that is more embarrassing than just having the New York Post say nobody wanted the photo taken with her. Are they all reversed? Why, yes, my dear, they are. They are all reversed. Apart from the Three of Swords, actually. The Three of Swords is in the upright, but that's actually the worst position for the Three of Swords to be in. We have got the Lovers in reverse. What is on her mind? Two of Cups is in reverse. This is going to be a shadowing for her 43rd / 906th year. The Lovers in reverse, there is an element of a split, a breakup. This could also be with the Lovers in reverse here. She is concerned about a Gemini. Now, there might be a Gemini on the scene that we're not too sure of yet. There might be a Gemini on the scene on the political stage, Donald Trump. I don't know if she's completely petrified of him, but the Lovers in reverse would indicate a Gemini. It also indicates that she is not ready to move on and heal and get past things, no matter how much she says she is. The Empress in reverse, one of her biggest challenges this year is around motherhood and looking like a mother, looking like she has the knowledge of a mother, the nature of a natural mother. You know, you're thinking more something like fairy godmother, but she's giving more Myra Hindley. You know what I mean? She's not doing great with the mother energy. She wants justice. She wants everything sorted out this year. She wants the scales to tip in her favor. The problem with Harry and Meghan when you got the justice card is they don't want justice as a neutral entity. They want justice as an entity where it weighs in their favor, no matter how ridiculous they've been. And they've been plenty ridiculous. They've been plenty big ridiculous. The Star in reverse, she's going to get further iced out and seem more out and distant and cold from Hollywood, which is her target market. They're going to end up like rocking around. She's going to end up like, eventually she's going to end up like the Duchess of Windsor, Wallis Simpson, but without the kind of like bouffant bump hair thing. She's going to end up rocking around the place by herself, talking to herself and her two dolls. There's going to be, her biggest challenges are going to become around her motherhood this year, because we have the Empress in reverse. Her biggest challenges are around that. So there is issues potentially with paternity, line of succession. Something is coming with the kids this year. She wants to win, but she's not necessarily going to win. We've got gossip. She doesn't like it. She doesn't mind selling it about other people, but she's got gossip here coming up for the rest of the year. And the Star, she's further and further and further out in the coals, and everyone's going to look at her kind of like an oddity rather than an inspirational thing. But there is something with the kids. How the kids, something comes out about the kids, I can't see in these cards, but there is gossip. And there is questions around motherhood with the Empress in reverse. And the Star card. Let's have a look. Let's move on. Let's talk about the proper royals. We'll talk about the proper royals for a bit. And then I shall disappear into the night. I want to know, and you want to know, what His Majesty thinks of the Colombian tour. The Colombian tour. And I think we'll leave it at that, my dears. I think. She says. It's got to be their tower to fall. Their tower's fallen a few times. I mean, look at all of look at everything. The feedback from Netflix, the feedback from Spare, South Park, the New York City car chase. How many times has Monty Shit Show flooded the area? How, you know, they've had a lot of tower more than anyone else, really. And every time they kind of like try and kind of make themselves look good again, something terrible happens. So every time they're planning to do a big launch, they were planning to do they had the Oprah interview and Prince Philip died. They had this whole kind of like, oh, we're at the Well Child Awards and in Griftis in Germany, and Her Majesty the Queen died. And then we had Bloomin', and everyone was feeling it, and everyone was upset the Queen had died. And then they released the Netflix thing, and then they did the Spare thing, and you know, they have the worst timing. Something happened around the New York City car chase as well. I can't remember what it was, but honestly, their timing, it's like apocalyptic nearly. They cursed themselves. He's playing with them like playing with a cat. Oh, I'm sorry about Celeste. Sorry, darling. Yeah. Oh, Carissa's sister. Yeah, she died, didn't she? Yeah, interviewing we get riots. I know. I'm keeping you in my prayers, sorry. And anyone else who needs it, I will keep in my prayers. Hello, Sandy, darling. So, oh, really? Gosh. That's a shame, isn't it? Let's have a look at what King Charles thinks of of, what do you call it? The Colombia trip, and then I should leave you. King Charles, let's have a look. Four of Pentacles, loss of control. He thinks they're about to lose control. Justice in reverse. He thinks they're out of sync. Basically, these are three things. He doesn't understand them. With the Four of Pentacles out of in reverse, there's this massive loss of control. The Justice card in reverse, he thinks everything they need to have everything slated in their favor, like I was just saying about the Justice card there. The Two of Pentacles is in reverse, and the Two of Wands. There's a doorway open for them. So he thinks that they only go in because they can do. They haven't got a lot of other options. The Two of Pentacles is he doesn't believe they are coping well. He thinks they're all out of balance. Justice crossing over. He thinks they are feeling that they need to do this to re-establish them. The energy straight away is the cards are saying they can't read the room. The world is leaving the situation. There's an end in there. Reborn, a rebirth. Yeah, I think King Charles is mute. There's the Hierophant. Not a surprise with the King. Temperance is in reverse. Five of Cups is in reverse. He's baffled by their need to insert themselves as royals. He's just like, with the Hierophant coming up, it's just like, well, you left here because you didn't want to be part of the royal family. You found it stuffy, you found it staid, there was too many men in grey suits, you couldn't do things your way, blah 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 blah, and all of that. And this doesn't make sense to him. With the Two of Pentacles in reverse, there's this kind of like out of whack. They don't seem to have this kind of balance between their work life and their home life. The Justice crossing over, he knows that they're trying to reclaim something that they feel is out of sync. With the Four of Pentacles in reverse, he feels they are kind of out of control and they don't have enough money coming in. I do feel like there is something with finances and their drive to go to Colombia. Two of Wands there, they haven't got a lot of choice. This is the only option they've got at the minute to go anywhere. The Hierophant there, he knows they're going to try and establish themselves as some kind of pseudo faux international royals. They are king and queen of the world. King and queen of the world. Well, Meg's queen of the world. Harry's a prince consort. You know what I mean? She's never gonna, no, she's not equal. Temperance in reverse here. Interesting. Now, this is either the king is either bamboozled by them, he doesn't know how they're getting it together and why they're getting this energy through, or there's a Sagittarius. Who the king is getting some information from. It's not five head. There's somebody potentially. I can't think of any Sagittarius who are around our royal family. The Five of Cups in reverse. Yeah, he's got a few regrets, but he's kind of getting over it. I'm thinking he just thinks that they just can't get stuff together. They can't pull things together. He's bamboozled by them. I think he's a very intelligent man. He doesn't wish them ill. He just hopes it kind of works out for them. But he's going to do his classic Scorpio thing and wait it out. He is going to wait it out. He's just watching. This energy is like, I don't understand what you're doing. I'm going to wait it out and see what you're going to do when you get there. In the meantime, I feel like we're going to get more of a push around the monarchy and the king, and having people being more cohesive in the monarchy. We might even get no, I think that might be too soon for Louise. We might get a Princess Louise. I don't know. She's still at uni. She's just sorting her life out. But we might be getting something coming there with the Hierophants, because there's more of a push with the royal family. More traditions. I wonder if he's going to say something about the riots. Do you think he's going to say something about the riots? No, when do you see Harry returning to the UK permanently? Oh, oh, I don't really. I think he'll come back for a bit, but I don't think he'll stay, because he'll realize how really unpopular he is, and he's very thin-skinned. I don't see him being back for too long. That is what I see, guys. Oh, Lizzie, you've just joined. Don't worry about it. I'm just finishing. Anyway, guys. So, if you have just joined me, please, dear Lord, let the king hold his peace. It might be like he won't say anything. He might just it might just be a show of something. But I mean, we're going to get a lot more. Maybe Catherine's going to come back, and they're going to come out like as a kind of a unit. That's what I'm saying. Oh, bless them. I hope they had a good time. If they get divorced, Spirit Animal, he will be over in the UK for a bit, and then he will go into Africa, and then things will go down. Things will go down south. And I mean the direction of south, not that he'll live down south very quickly. And yeah. So, my loves, thank you very much for hanging out. Will the family see him when he comes over this month? I'm going to have to do another read on that. I will have to do another read on that another time. But thank you all very much for being here. Thank you all for hanging out with me tonight. I'll probably be on tomorrow night. We'll probably do a reaction and a read and a recap of everything we've talked about tonight in a way, kind of a bit of a mini review. And then we'll, yeah, I'll catch you up tomorrow night after the CBS nonsense lands, or whatever it is. So enjoy the rest of your Saturday nights. Thanks for hanging out with me. Thanks for being cool. And I will speak to you tomorrow, guys. Much love. Stay safe. Stay out of trouble. Don't post naughty things on Twitter. And I'll see you soon. Bye, everyone. Take care. Bye, guys. Bye. Bye.